You're listening to Short History Shorts audio, where history speaks louder than images. Sneferu, founder of Egypt's fourth dynasty and one of the most prolific pyramid builders in history, transformed Egypt's landscape and redefined the architecture of kingship. Though his name may not carry the same legendary weight as Khufu or Ramses, it was Sneferu who revolutionized pyramid construction, learning through trial and triumph how to lift a god-king to the heavens. His boldest and most fascinating experiment was the bent pyramid, a structure so unusual, so clearly marked by course correction, that it offers a rare glimpse into ancient Egyptian innovation in action. In this episode, we explore the life and reign of Sneferu, the architectural significance of the bent pyramid, and the enduring impact of a ruler who built not just monuments, but models for divine kingship that would shape the future of Egypt for millennia. Sneferu ascended the throne around 2613 BC, inheriting a kingdom already steeped in religious tradition, political complexity, and architectural ambition. He likely came to power as the son-in-law or stepson of Huni, the last king of the third dynasty. And while Djoser and his architect Imhotep had made bold strides with the step pyramid at Saqqara, it was Sneferu who took pyramid building from the realm of sacred experiment to perfected symbol. He would commission not one, not two, but three major pyramid projects during his reign, each advancing Egypt's engineering prowess and religious vision. The most curious of these projects was the bent pyramid, located at Dashur. At first glance, the structure seems broken, even flawed. Its lower levels rise at a steep 54-degree angle, but midway through, the slope shifts dramatically to a gentler 43-degree incline, giving the entire pyramid a kinked or bent profile. But this wasn't simply a mistake. It was a visible course correction that reveals the evolving understanding of weight, stability, and sacred form. Archaeologists believe the bent pyramid began as an ambitious attempt to create the first true smooth-sided pyramid, an evolution from the earlier step pyramids. However, as construction progressed, engineers noticed signs of structural instability. The steep angle may have caused internal stresses and concerns over collapse, especially after earlier setbacks with the pyramid at Meidum prompted a redesign midway through. Rather than abandon the project, builders adjusted the angle and completed the structure, marking the bent pyramid as both a transitional form and a rare window into architectural problem-solving in ancient Egypt. But why build at all? For the Egyptians, pyramids were not merely tombs. They were cosmic engines, symbolic stairways connecting the pharaoh to the sun god Ra and ensuring his eternal rebirth. The pyramid's shape reflected the rays of the sun, and each stone was laid in harmony with Ma'at, the divine order that governed both the cosmos and society. For Sneferu, the pyramids were not just final resting places. They were political statements, religious acts, and technological proofs of divine favor. The bent pyramid, despite or perhaps because of its irregular form, stands as a bold declaration of intent. What's also remarkable about the bent pyramid is its preservation. Unlike many later pyramids, much of its original smooth limestone casing remains intact, offering a glimpse of what pyramids would have looked like in their gleaming prime. It also includes two internal passage systems, one from the north face and another from the west, hinting at evolving religious or symbolic meanings. Perhaps Sneferu was experimenting not just with architecture, but with ritual design, blending old forms with new ambitions. But Sneferu did not stop there. After completing the bent pyramid, he went on to build the red pyramid, also at Dashur. This was Egypt's first successful true pyramid, with its sides rising at a consistent 43-degree angle. It was taller, more stable, and more geometrically refined, a clear result of lessons learned from the bent pyramid. With the red pyramid, Sneferu achieved the architectural purity that later pharaohs, including his son Khufu, would emulate. In a real sense, Sneferu laid the blueprint for the Great Pyramid at Giza. Sneferu's prolific building projects extended beyond pyramids. He sponsored temple construction, mining expeditions, and foreign campaigns that brought wealth and labor into Egypt. He projected a model of kingship rooted not just in tradition, but in transformation. The sheer scale of his pyramid efforts suggests a kingdom in strong administrative health, with the logistical capacity to marshal resources, manage workers, and control supply lines across vast distances. His reign set a high watermark for central authority and architectural ambition in the Old Kingdom. What makes Sneferu especially fascinating is that, unlike many rulers whose monuments were built posthumously or left incomplete, his pyramids show an evolving strategy, a willingness to experiment in the pursuit of perfection. The bent pyramid isn't a failure, it's a record of resilience. It shows that the Egyptians didn't build their wonders by magic or myth alone, but by adapting, recalculating, and refining. In a society obsessed with permanence and divine order, Sneferu's legacy is curiously dynamic. The bent pyramid thus stands as a symbol of transition, not only in architecture, but in ideology. It links the experimental spirit of early dynastic Egypt to the monumental perfection of the Fourth Dynasty. It shows us a pharaoh not afraid to revise his vision, and a culture capable of learning from its past. Sneferu didn't just build pyramids. He built a system, a science, and a story of kingship written in stone. And that story began with a bend, not a flaw, but a pivot. A sign that even in ancient Egypt, greatness wasn't about getting everything right the first time. It was about learning, adapting, and reaching ever closer to the sky.